Grand Rising. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whatever it is to and for you. I know people celebrating Christmas and everything, and you're chilling with your families. Us, some of us relaxing, chillaxing. We ain't doing nothing. Okay, so. But I really wanted to. I'm going to do the Rising Wisdom to start today. Yes. However, I really just wanted to check in, you know. So, if you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back to my channel. Okay? I appreciate you. Your love, support, like, shares, comments, subscriptions, super chats, and all of that. Thank you. Um, I am still a little congested from last night, but you know, I feel great. Right. I feel good. I don't know. I just feel good. Anywho, Aria, peace and blessings to you. How you feeling? I wanted to, like I said, just do the Rising Wisdom to start today. You know, because nonetheless, I know it's a holiday, but I still wanted to do our normally scheduled things we do. Um, that's about it. And check in and make sure everybody was great. Because, I know how the holiday season affects some people, who don't, you don't got your loved ones, you ain't around family, or whatever the case may be. So I just want to check in with y'all, see how y'all was feeling, how y'all was doing. Yes. Yes, Rising Wisdom to start today. That's what we getting ready to do. It's just a positive affirmation to get you along your day on a positive note, for you to continue on your day on a positive note. You can visit the playlist section and any of these messages, okay? Um, if you come across readings on my channel, they are old and they will be removed by the end of this year, okay? They will no longer be accessible to the public eye. So just FYI, if you're not into tarot and all of that stuff, visit the playlist section. All right? It's something for everyone. What's the affirmation for today? Today. Courage. Ooh. I see new friends. Anger is at the top. Self-image at the bottom. No one can ruin your self-image but you. People can taint your image. They can try to sabotage your image, but no one can ruin it but you. Keep that in mind. Somebody need to know that. Okay? Courage is what came out. So I'm going to read this. Then I'll read the affirmation. Take it with you. Do what you please with it. Okay? Do as you please with it. All right? Hello, Sorrel TV Media. Hey, Philip Hill. How you feeling? Thank you, darling. Little elephants. My son gave them to me. They're my little elephants. And happy holidays to you. So I'm going to read this and take what you will. Okay? It says courage. Life presents challenges, and facing these challenges requires courage. Sometimes it is the courage to overcome fear or doubt. Other times it is the courage to not give up in the face of adversity or to stand up. Ooh, I just heard my pawpaw voice. Okay, now. So my papa always used to say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Take it where it resonates. Okay? Or to stand up for what you believe is right. Courage often means letting go of the familiar and stepping out of your comfort zone, delving into and utilizing the great inner strength that you have. Someone needs to have the courage within themselves to step outside of something. It could be your comfort zone. It could be you stepping outside of what everybody else is doing. It could be you want to just grow. You want to expand, and you find yourself feeling stuck and stagnant around certain energies or in a certain environment. Build on your courage so you don't feel bad when you walk away, or when you need to walk away, or when you have to walk away, or when God is trying to pull you away from what you around or what you're dealing with. Okay? Just FYI. Hello, Zal. Tech. Hey. I hope I didn't butcher your name. I know I probably did, but hey, I tried. Okay. But yeah, somebody definitely. Okay. All right, Arya. I like that. Definitely, though. Don't be scared to step out your comfort zone. Because great things, listen, y'all, here we go. Here she go. Great things happen when you step outside of the norm. When you step outside your routine. When you step outside of what you're used to. Okay, when you step outside of the people you're used to, the environments you're used to. Those are the things that typically keep you stuck. I'm not saying don't revisit, because you need those reminders. Whether you know it or not, use them as reminders. That's how I look at it. But don't be afraid to step outside of what feels comfortable to you. Because oftentimes, what feels comfortable to us is the exact thing that keeps us stuck, that keeps us stagnant, that keeps us in lack, that keeps us in not being happy, that keeps us away from our bliss, that keeps us away from our joy, that keeps us from building on the things and in a direction of the things that we really truly desire for ourselves. So just be mindful. Okay? And when you find yourself like, oh, I can't, you know, the leap, the fool, you ever hear God only bless babies and fools? I used to say this all the time. People be like, oh, that don't make sense. Let me make it make sense. Okay? I'm going to make it make sense for you. God only blesses babies and fools. The babies don't know no better. The fools are those who take those leaps of faith. The fools are those who step outside the comfort zone. The fools are those who have that tiny, teeny mustard seed. Those are the fools that God's going to bless. Okay? So don't be scared to step out on faith, to step out of your routine, to step out your comfort zone. don't be scared to do that, because there's greatness there, whether you feel like it or know it or not. Now, you could be scared to step outside of what you already know. Yes, Aria, you think it's safe. You think it's safe there, but sometimes the things that we think are safe are keeping us stuck. Sometimes the things that we think are, I'ma just go with what I know. It keeps us stuck though. It keeps you repeating cycles. It keeps you in stagnation. It keeps you doing the same things over and over and over again. And it becomes repetitive. And then that just builds up frustration within yourself. So just FYI. Grand Rising Day, man. Hello, 4748. Hello, Mystery. Yeah, okay. Mystery 777 King 6 said it keeps you from stronger moments of reality. I'm for real. Yes. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Thank you, Philip. Stifles exalted moments. Absolutely. Better to take the risk instead of looking back later and wondering, what if? What if I did? That's the biggest thing. Oh my goodness. That's good, Arya. At least he knows though. He knows. So he's knowing and acknowledging is the first step to growing. So he knows. So from there, he can't say he don't know. He can't say, oh, well, I don't know. Just grow from there. Just go from there. Grow from there. Go from there. Grow from there. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, you blaming others, you just only make it worse on yourself. You got to be accountable for what you allow yourself to go through. That's why many times people don't know that. People aren't aware to that. That's why I tell y'all all the time, forgiveness for self is more important than the forgiveness you could ever give to anyone else. That's most important. Because you forgiving yourself for the things that you allowed yourself to experience and go through knowing. Now, sometimes we don't know no better, but most times we know better. And we still allow ourselves to go through cycles or repeated cycles, or we allow ourselves to go through things that are simply beneath us. Period. It is no other way to word it. But you have to forgive yourself for what you allowed. You allowed yourself to feel like you wasn't worth better. You allowed yourself to feel like you wasn't worthy of this and that. You allowed yourself to feel less than. You allowed yourself to feel undeserving. You allowed yourself to endure things that you shouldn't have. So you have to forgive yourself for what you allowed in your life. That's like even with people, you waiting on someone else to ask for your forgiveness or apologize. You can move on without an apology. You can heal without an apology. You don't need someone else's "I'm sorry, I apologize" to grow better. It sounds good, but you don't need it to grow better. You don't need it to do the healing work. You don't need it to expand on anything. You don't need that. All you need is you. We talked about that last week. Everything you need is already in you. It's already there. The only thing you got to do is build on it, heal on it, and just build on it from there. So, yeah, you reap what you sow, most definitely. Especially when you sowing into yourself. That's why you have to be mindful of how you speak over your own life. The actions you take when it comes to your life. Because others is not so important. It really don't matter. It's what you speak over yourself and how the actions you take for your own life. What somebody else did is irrelevant when it comes to you. When it comes to what you do to yourself, how you speak over yourself. If you speak life into yourself, or if you speak darkness or death into yourself, if you speak lack into yourself, you got to be mindful of how you speak over your life. Yeah, okay, carrying that burden isn't worth it. No, it is not. You said forgiveness is for you, not for them. Absolutely. I agree. Whoo! Saltag said, empty words mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. You get people that bring you these dry apologies and these it's not an ounce of sincerity in them. You know, some people, yes, maybe. And others, absolutely not. No. Some people apologize to get back in your good graces. You know, it's called the trickery of the mind. You know, some people have a way of manipulation where they can talk good. So they trick your mind with their words. Just talking good. That's all they do. Just to get back in your good graces. Just to get you to do what they need or want you to do in that moment. Or for them to get their way. That's called mind trickery. Manipulation. It's also a form of spell work. Yeah, believe it or not. So you have to be mindful and be careful of what you allow others to feed your mind. Cuz if they can talk and they just talking and talking and talking and they saying stuff and you trying to process it but it ain't making sense and it's frustrating you, it's irritating you, and you like, man, what the, none of it hit your heart. None of it touched your spirit. None of it touched your soul. You got to look at stuff like that. Pay attention to stuff like that. Because people can talk real good to trick the mind. They could even trick your heart. But if you got a solid spirit and your soul is intact, that it don't work. The trickery don't work. The gift of discernment is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Don't let nobody trick you. Yes, Arya, it's just the words I use. Choose better words. Absolutely. That's really truly just an excuse though. And I'm the same way, Arya. You ain't tripping. You not tripping at all. Cause I be the same way. When people be like, I'm sorry and don't say that. I don't let that, no. Cause words are power. Words hold very significant power. The way you use them, the way you speak them, your tone, your pitch when you speak certain things. It's power behind that. It's all on a frequency. So you just got to be mindful of what you speak, how you speak, and when you speak. It matters more than you could ever imagine. Whew, you said vows are spoken to be broken, feelings are intense, words are trivial pleasures, remain so. Does the pain, so does the pain. Words are meaningless and forgettable. Ooh. Yeah. You can forget what somebody said, but you ain't gonna forget an action they took. I believe that. Hey Wayne. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. You that's what I always say. You can talk all you want to me. I'm not gonna care what you say. I'm gonna care about the actions you show me though. I'm gonna care about your actions. I don't care about no words. And then depending on your actions, I might be a little scared. I might be a little skeptical about your actions. Depending on your words that is aligned with the action. But yeah. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Ooh, Aria. I love that. Yes, Aria, the patterns, the patterns, the patterns, the patterns matter. Absolutely. I had to pen that comment. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Don't you love it? Hello, Supreme. I appreciate you. MOB main boy. I'm in the US, in Ohio. Yeah, patterns definitely matter. They matter. Because if this ain't something, and not to say people can't change and switch things up, but if this is not your normal behavior, it's going to be questionable. It's questionable. If you're not taking this action often, it's a little questionable. Wayne, that sound good, but some of these children be... I ain't supposed to be cussing. You almost made me cuss. You know how we be disappointed in our children sometimes, in their actions or the things they say or lack thereof. We still love them, right? In spite of. We still show up for them in spite of. Until you've done all you can. And then you got to give them back. Send them back. Now, when I say send them back, I ain't talking about do no crazy stuff. I'm talking about you ask God to intervene and you release your hold. Okay? That's what God do to some of us. God will take the hands off. And then you're going to have to figure it out. Because you playing. That whole... Now, y'all got to... Come on, be real. And make it make sense. Because we ain't going to act like God is show everybody favor. And everyone has favor over their life. Because that's not real. That's not real. Everyone does not hold favor. Everyone is not shown grace. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. You said empty words show up. They get mine and silence speaks most eloquent. Zaltag, you know over here. I like the way you think. Come on, stop by anytime. Please do. Please do. Yeah, we like vivid thinkers and things of that nature in the comment section. You know, just make it make sense. You know, that's all I be wanting. Cause I tell y'all know, y'all that's not new here, y'all know we can debate, we can do, and it's still all love. Wayne, you know, we done had our little debates. But it's still all love at the end of the day because it's all about healing, learning, and growing better together. That's it. That's what it's all about. That's what my channel is for. So if you have wisdom that you can share, insight you want to share, I love it. Please do. Because everybody need to learn something. None of us know everything. So learn something that's going to help you grow better. That's going to help you grow your mind, your heart, your spirit, and your soul. Because that's the goal. You got to heal your spirit and heal your soul. You said you got to choose the grace and favor. Aria, you better say that. Girl. Okay. You got to choose the grace and favor. Absolutely. Everybody don't choose grace and favor. They don't. Because, what they, yeah. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. We choose our paths. We choose our paths. We all have free will, and we all choose our own paths. Some people choose a path that lacks favor and grace, and they end up in cycles of all types of stuff. Yes, Aria. You and me both. The greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in the integrity of his ability to affect those around him positively. Yes, that's like one of the best Bob Marley quotes. But absolutely, absolutely, yeah. That's why I always tell y'all, your integrity, your level of integrity, and your humility is going to matter more than anything. The compassion you have, it matters. If you in a say you in a work field, a career that is the type of career where you need to have compassion and you lack that, you shouldn't be there. Yeah. That's how I feel about it. Because your level of compassion matters just as much as your humility and your integrity. Because that's what's going to help you have a positive impact on your community or those, wherever your community is. Okay. Who am I? Good afternoon, Maurice. How are you? How's your holiday going? Yeah. Yes, he did. Bob Marley had a different type of spirit, baby. Y'all, I can't be on here long because I got to come back later. Because it's Thursday and we're going to do the topic later. But yeah, we're going to do the topic later. Um, but my house smells so good right now. Is playing with my it's playing with my taste buds. My senses is all tingly because I don't smell nothing but cookies. I smell cookies and muffins and cakes, and it's got my whole everything on. Whew, Lord. Byron, I must keep showing up in your algorithm for a reason, but I'm sure I'm not following you. I'm very much sure about that. Yeah. So we getting ready to watch us some Christmas movies because I feel like it. So we gonna watch us some movies and eat some cookies and snacks and stuff. I was gonna drink some hot chocolate, but it looked like I'm gonna be drinking tea. I'm gonna be drinking my tea until this completely clears because I don't like being congested. So, y'all, until we meet again, be blessed, nothing less. I really, really, really hope y'all are enjoying your day. Okay, enjoy your day. If I don't see you later this evening, enjoy the rest of your day. To the rest of you who I will be seeing this evening, we got a nice little chit chat. Okay, we got a nice little topic to discuss later on. So, I will see you guys later. And I appreciate you. Hey, heavy duty Ralph. Same to you. Thank you. Adios. I see y'all later on. Okay?